Hey guys, welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Today I'm bringing you another casual cast. This time I will be playing Reyna. For those of you who don't know, my casual cast series is a series where I look at a game that I play and then go over the analysis for my game, analyse what I could have done better, why I did what I did, and just kind of talk about the game in general and hopefully teach you guys a few things and hopefully I improve myself as a gamer. So today I'll be playing Reyna, as I say, and I'm pretty confident on Reyna. I think Reyna's probably one of my stronger heroes. The reason I believe this is because I've played him quite a bit recently, and I do believe he's actually surprisingly strong. I believe he is the strongest of the auto attackers, and that's saying something. When you have the likes of Valor and Falstad to go up against, having someone like Reyna is going to be an incredibly good thing to do, and he's just a really good hero in general. He's surprisingly strong. He can get quite a lot of burst out, and if you don't have someone who can really dive in the backline and deal with him, he's actually going to be surprisingly difficult to deal with, and he'll just churn out so much damage that you have to deal with him before too long, and if you don't, your entire team will die. So it's going to start off with me and Nazeebo versus Tassadar and Falstad in lane. I will mention quickly this is a quick match, and I was just doing this really to test out the new skin I got, the Marshall Reyna skin, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to try it out, and it turned out being a very good game, and I feel like I could learn a lot from this. So at this point, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to force Tassadar to use shields as often as possible. I'm hoping that he puts them on himself, thus to avoid the recent changes to Tassadar's shield. Tassadar's shield now is 50% more effective if he casts it on someone else other than himself. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to force him to cast it on himself by getting his health incredibly low to begin with, and as soon as he casts it on someone else, I'm switching onto Tassadar and trying to get some damage done to him. As you see here, we've got them incredibly low just by avoiding Tassadar's shields whenever possible. So as you can see, I'm not auto-attacking because he hasn't used shield. As soon as he casts shield himself, I can't really get in range of Falstad without taking big damage, but as soon as I can, I start hitting Falstad down. So at this point, I'm playing very cautious, looking at my minimap whenever I can. I know there's no Zeratul and no Nova, so there shouldn't be too much danger of there being a gank. But likewise, I am just looking and making sure that I can see the minimap as often as possible. And all I'm trying to do here is I'm kind of leaving the actual wave clear up to Nazeebo. I'm just trying to poke down as often as possible, and we're doing quite well. We have them both under half health. I'm doing quite well. I am on high health. I do believe Adrenaline Rush has been popped once, and I'm looking at this point just to try and secure maybe the first kill of the game that's not murky. So trying to get our first kill here, and it looks like it would do very well. If nothing else, what I can do is I can force them to use healing fountains and then get them low once more before the first tribute spawns. Always a little bit of a victory, but not going to be too essential. Now at this point I've got focused attack. At this point in the game this is quite a big power spike for me, and you'll see me hunting down to get some auto attacks off whenever possible. Now that last auto I got off on Falstad there is going to allow me to get some hits here. Unfortunately here I look a little bit too late and I realise I'm completely surrounded by all of them, and I think maybe I can get a few auto attacks off on Falstad because they're not there. Realise they're there a second too late, try my best to get away, don't have any speed buffs. Adrenaline Rush can only save me for a little while and I end up dying. So the way I should have avoided that was because at the last second I realised it. I was standing approximately where Sonya is, just like approximately here. And I should have looked at my minimap, and as soon as I realised that the tribute was down there, there was probably going to be a high chance that the rest of their team is going to try and gank me, and I should have just pulled back and waited for my team to get here. Now, obviously, me being dead, I'm kind of late to this fight, and now my team has a massive disadvantage in this fight because I'm not here, and everyone's so incredibly low, but I managed to come around at the flank here, and I'm just trying to get damage off on anyone I can. And at this point, I see myself in quite a good spot. I'm at the back here. It's incredibly difficult for them to damage and actually deal with me. So I'm just going to get loads of auto attacks off. He's cast his shield on Sonya, so he's weak himself. And I'm just going to start chasing people down and trying to tag as much damage as possible. I do still have Adrenaline Rush up at this point, I remember. So I'm just kind of going to... I'm going to be a little bit obvious here and not waste too much time. I'm a little bit disappointed here. If I didn't go for the healing fountain, if I played a little bit more of a risk, relied on my Adrenaline Rush a little bit more, I might have been able to secure the kill on Zagara. Unfortunately, that doesn't work out. Really nice play there where I saved my Q for when Sonya's right in my face and use it at the last second, forcing her away, meaning that I don't get jumped on instantly. Kael'thas here overextends and pays the ultimate price, and I'm just trying to sit at the back here. Now, what I'm trying to do at this situation is I'm trying to be in a position where I can deal as much damage while getting hit as little as possible. That doesn't work out in the end because Tassadar and Rexar managed to come in around me at a better angle than I do, and just managed to beat me. Now, I almost get to Tassadar here. I missed that Q, which would have killed him without a doubt because he didn't react fast enough, and if my Q had hit him, he would have died. That would have been a real big pickup, but I missed it. Land your skill shots, kids. So if I hit that, then we would have got that kill, and then it would have panned out very, very differently. Now I'm up against Zagara, and at this point, because I'm doing a lot of damage, I'm actually not too bad against Zagara, particularly when Zagara has lower health than me, which she does. My adrenaline rush is still not up, it'll be up in about 5 or 6 seconds. This is just from me remembering how the game went down. And at this point, I'm kind of thinking, right, we need to sit back now, wait for the next tribute, we need to fight for the next tribute and win it, and at this point nothing can really spiral out of control too hard. Obviously Rexar's down here. Now I have no idea he's here. I really should have been looking at the minimap, excuse me, and realised that Rexar's missing. He's probably in the jungle somewhere because that's what Rexar does, and I should probably go looking for him. I don't do that, and in the end Rexar manages to pick this up without any trouble at all. But I'm waiting here because I want to get the healing fountain. My adrenaline rush is up, but I really, really don't want to use it. I really want to go into this fight with full HP so I can deal as much damage as possible, as I am getting poked down quite a lot. I don't want to come in on the flank here because I'm an auto attacker. I will just get CC'd and bursted down because I'll be out of position. So I opt to engage from the back here and just kind of try and maybe get Falstad in a nice pincer movement. Force the barrel roll away. The chain bomb won't finish him off. And we have Tassadar coming in. I can use Murky for backup if I want. Murky as bait, it doesn't really matter. They use so many abilities on Murky that now it's totally worth me to coming in. I'm just trying to keep space between me and Sonya here. Now I realise everyone's rooted and I can do some big, big, big damage here. I managed to do exactly that and managed to pick up a kill on Rexar. And at this point, we just hit level 7. I just took Revolution Overdrive. That gives me the movement speed. It's going to be a little bit of escape, but not too much else. I should be clearing out this creep tumor here. I'm not. There's basically a free creep tumor, and that means that they know where I am. And I almost get caught out here. Again, against Sonya, that could have been better. I could have done it at a slightly better angle, and as a result of me missing that, it cost me my adrenaline rush. I would still have adrenaline rush if I didn't have that. She probably was never going to kill me. If I didn't have adrenaline rush up, she might have done. She might have just committed to the kill a little bit harder. But I managed to get away from that. The way I would have avoided that is if I don't panic and take the step backwards, and I get more of a clean penetrating shot, I get more of a clean Q off, and get more distance from her. If I did that, we would have been in a much, much better situation. Now, we've managed to get a few walls, a few cannon towers, I do believe. Oh no, we haven't actually. So we just managed to edge out a 1-level lead on this. And basically at this point I'm thinking, right, let's delay the fight as long as possible and let's see if we can get level 10. I'm engaging behind Kael'thas, which isn't ideal for me or Kael'thas. I just try and generate some space here so that Kael'thas can get out without dying instantly. And I'm trying to back up just so that the Hydralisk can, so I'm not at a really dodgy angle. I still find myself at a really dodgy angle, managed to just get out of there, again costing myself another adrenaline rush. But again, that does get me out and free. And it looks like Murky will be able to connect the Rexar. That's kind of worth it if you want to call that one a bait. See Falstad out of position here, and I just start auto-attacking anyone and everyone I can in range. Zagara has way too low health to be picking a fight with anyone, and now we're in the middle of the enemy team. We have just hit level 10, so we should be able to deal big damage here. I see Sonya coming around, and I think I can either knock her back, or I can eat the spear, and then we can definitely get a kill out of it, and she's definitely not going to kill me. So if she didn't go for the spear, we would have done anything anyway. I see Falstad's here, and I'm just trying to get as much damage off, and just gets clipped by the pufferfish in the end, and manages to get completely owned. It always feels bad when that happens, but I'm really happy with my play there. Managing to get the focused attack stack off, and a few other attacks, just meaning that I managed to really, really secure that kill. Although I think without me, they probably would have got the kill anyway. So here we see Rexar massively out of position. And this is an easy kill. He just way too far out of position. Knock him into the cannon towers. Boom, boom, boom. Dead. Very nice position. Very nice engage there. Very nice kill there. I just look at the map and I think, well, Rexar's out of position. Kael'thas is there. Murky's with me. This should be an easy kill. No worries. And that's exactly what it was. Tassadar gives away his position here by using Oracle. This red eye is visible on our screens as well as his. So I knew that he was nearby. And so I just start sieging up. That Q probably isn't worth it. I didn't take a cannon shot, actually, at all, but still I don't think it was entirely worth it. It's just going to cost me a little bit of mana, which I might not have then for the overall fight. I try and help Nazebo up here, try and secure a kill. Doesn't quite work out. And then I think, right, can I kill Sonya here? I'm just trying to siege up this lane because I still don't have my ults just yet. My ult has 20 seconds left, so I'm trying my best to just force Sonya away, using the Gargantuan to best effect. Managed to get a few hits off on her, so she's not going to be sitting at crazy high health. But nothing too crazy. And again, Tassadar comes around, and again the whole team's collapsing on me. This is shades of exactly what happened earlier. I managed to dupe the stun from Rexar, Managed to knock back one but not the both, and then I just sit in between Sonya and I get caught in between everyone, use the ult to try and force some damage down, and I end up just completely panicking and throwing away my life there, exactly the same as what I did last time. The way I could have avoided that, if at all, would have been, one, throw my ult down as soon as I saw them, not throw my ult down late off the map, which is one of the things, if you watch my guide of how to play Reyna, I say specifically not to do, and is the worst thing you can do, so I don't take my own advice there at all. And I don't pay attention to the map. I should have just paid attention to the map, realised that they're all missing and the tributes near me and they're probably going to be around me. And I should have just played it a little bit safer. I don't do that and it costs us a lot of kills in the end. So that's a shame. A real shame actually, and of course you can always make that just by playing a little bit safer. We're dropping like absolute flies here, as you can see in the kills there. We are ahead in kills, but at this stage in the game we're just giving away lives, which we really shouldn't. Missing a Q there never feels good, but that isn't the worst thing that can happen. For some reason here, the 2v1 in lane doesn't continue to seize me. Instead they try and, I don't know what they're doing here in all honesty, but they don't try and stop me from doing this, and so I can just sit back and clear this minion wave with quite remarkable efficiency. Now, a good spot for my Malfurion here is Malfurion catches Rexar just as he's going to the boss, and so we can all come down here and really punish him for being this aggressive, even during a tribute. Now, Zevo gets got here a little bit. I probably could have been able to save him, but I don't know. I didn't. I thought he could have it on his own. Now, I misjudged that. Now, basically, one of the things you can do as Reyna is you can use your Q as a manual aimed auto attack. It does about as much damage as a standard auto attack will do. But it's a lot more, because you can manually aim it, it's a lot better. Now, I do quite well here. I knew I had the adrenaline rush up, so I just kind of bait Sonya all the way back and force her into a really, really bad spot. And at this point, I should have started pinging. I should have said to all of the people, like, yo, there's two people down here. They're massively overextended. We can get an easy kill here. And I'm thinking, where are they? And I think, are they killing our boss? And as I go to check the boss and realise the boss is still up, I see them get one there, and I just think, right, let's go and do some stuff, and I try and put as much damage, put as much pressure on them as possible. At this point I do start pinging for assistance. Murky does come in, I throw down a really quite a good ult in the end. Sonya does get a good spear on me in the end, but I'm not sure how worth that will be for her, as spearing Reyna, while it is useful, is never normally the best thing, because Reyna can just knock you back. And with the speed boost that I get afterwards, it's actually surprisingly difficult for players like Sonya to stay on me. So it's very good in the end. I have a sixth sense here that they're going for their boss, but there's not really much I can do to actually deal with it, and so I just kind of let it slide. I realised that if they get the boss, it's not the end of the world, considering that they'll probably be at low health if they don't do everything right, and at low mana if nothing else. And it might not be very good for them. They get a very good force wall that allows them to secure the boss. I see Falstad coming in and think, nope, don't want any of that. Knock them back just to make sure that I'm there. And at this point, I get in a really good position. I'm really happy with my position here. I stand. I'm not happy with Kael'thas's position, but I stand behind the engaging front line. And Murky manages to go in and manages to get a really less than perfect, shall we say, stun off on Falstad. But Tassadar does drop here with my help. And now at this point, I'm in a really bad spot. I realise the fort's alive. We're in the jungle. They all know we're here. There's no way we're hiding this. Let's try our best and try and deal things here. So now I managed to duke this down, which is really good. And now I think, right, let's just go to town on Rexar. Let's stay away from Sonya as best we can, but Rexar is going to be our primary target. She just gets bursted down so hard. Now, in this tranquility, I'm like, right, I can kill all of these people. And I managed to get as many autos off as possible, and I'm just trying to stay behind Malfurion, just to absorb any of the skill shots as possible while staying in the tranquility. And we managed to kill everyone on the team at only the cost of Kael'thas. Now, the reason that is because Nazeebo didn't engage with us, and Murky died, but Murky's death doesn't really mean anything. Now, the reason we won that fight is because they engaged one by one, and not as a unit. If they engaged as a team, they would have definitely killed us, and there would have been no way we survived that. But because they didn't, and really, really well-timed tranquility from Malfurion, for my sake at least, if not the whole team's, we managed to really do quite well and managed to get every one of their team dead, which secures us position, if not a free tribute. It does secure us a position anyway. With the Zebo coming in, and with Tassadar basically dead, if you octograb the Tassadar, it's very difficult for the Tassadar to shield someone because he's stunned for that duration, so it's basically a free kill. Zebo does really well there to grab the tribute, and then we're thinking, right, let's go and grab our boss. Normally, I massively disagree with this, but there's no point in going against the grain, so to speak. At this point, I really, really want to go help out Murky because they don't really need me here. There's no way that this boss kills them if I'm not here. I'm better against people because I've taken like Giant Killer and stuff like that. So I'm much, much better against heroes at this point than I am against mercenaries, against jungle camps. So I really want to go help out Murky, but it's not good because there's too many of them. and I'll just die. Murky dies, and I think, right, maybe we can seize this. So I launch I know the boss is coming up behind this, so I launch a Hyperion just to really get them out of the way and force a punish and force them to defend this or lose the fort. They don't defend this, so they lose the fort. Sonya's in a really bad spot. This is really nice play from the Murky to grab her in the Octograb, and then me and Kael'thas just stun her and just do loads and loads of damage. She just gets blown up. There's nothing she can do to stop it. Really nice Phoenix here as well. Is going to get a couple of shots off on Zagara, then she's going to die. So at this point, I'm really happy with how I'm doing. If you have a quick look at the stats, you'll see that I am leading in hero damage, which doesn't really mean that much, but what that means is that I'm doing my job. I'm inflicting damage, and I'm not dying that much. I've died twice, which is which is not good. I should have died no times at all. I'm going to go back and watch that again because that's one of the coolest. Actually, I'm not, because it bugs up with the replay. But basically, what I do there is I see that there's a root zone, and I know I have the stun, so I use my Q and stun Falstad and knock him back into the root zone, get him rooted, and then he dies. I'm really happy with that play. I actively thought of that. Excuse me. That I promise that wasn't just like a luck shot. I thought, I wish I could. It was one of those moments where, like, I wish I could do this, and then I realised, oh wait, I can. So at this point, we get another hit on Sonya, and I'm just thinking maybe we can get a kill. Doesn't work out in the end, but we get a solo that she's basically out of the fight. And I'm just thinking, right, how do I deal with this? Murky's doing a very good job herding. When they get to me, I'm going to be attacking them. If they're not at me, I'm just going to be attacking the core. So there's Zagara's at me now, but Zagara gets out of my range, and I just keep attacking the core. I'm doing approximately 1.5% with each hit. No one really attacks me. They're going after Falstad and all other kinds of people, and I've just got enough shots in the end to manage to get a kill off on the core. So yeah, what I did there, which I thought was very good, was I attacked people. I did lots and lots and lots of damage while not dying, but the problem is I didn't use my map awareness when I was in lane. My laning phase was off. I missed a few skill shots, and I should have been taking advantage of when the enemy team was out of position, and I should have been alerting my team to when the enemy team was out of position as well, not just kind of accepting that I can do it on my own. So basically it comes down to using the minimap to know where the enemies are, landing skill shots, and team play in general. So that's going to be that. I think I played really well. Let me know in the comments below if you don't think I did, or if you think I did. I'm going to be doing a few more of these. I think they're really fun, and I think they're a really good way to improve my gameplay and hopefully give you guys a few tips on how to play yours. And yeah, thanks for watching. I have been Mr. G, and I will see you next time.